On the coast of Norway, there is a cave. It is as old as the glaciers, as old as the forming of the earth. It was here before people, and here people die. Boats are wrecked, swimmers are dragged down by the current. Those who enter have never returned, their bodies never found. If you do not approach this place with respect, it will kill you. Here, the earth does not have mercy. Here, the earth is cruel. Thor came to this place seeking truth. And though he came in full knowledge that such truth would not be easy heard, there was still a moment when the chill of the air gripped his heart. For what boy does not fear his mother's wrath? Yet Thor was no longer a child. He was All-Father of the Aesir now, and he was Midgard's avenger. And to the Odinson, these were not mere titles, to be adorned with like an ermine cloak. They were vows. Thor had sworn an oath upon his name to protect both gods and mortals, even in the maw of death itself.
And this cathedral of stone is indeed Death's Hall, for no mortal has seen it and lived, not since the gods were young. But before humanity had words join their tongues, they huddled by firelight here and daubed their histories. Tales of nature's great bounty and what comes when such bounty is taken for granted. Nature is easily betrayed and betrays easily. Mother, show yourself. Your son stands in your place of power, and Thor would speak to thee.
And as Thor cried out, his mother answered. 'Twas natural to hesitate. Thor was god of thunder, a god of the sky and clean air. Such a being is not at home when asked to voyage deeper and deeper into the earth. Yet the truth he sought was not found above. So he pressed on. As the passage wound deeper, the rock narrower, until he reached the end of the journey and beheld Gaia. Yet this was not the Gaia he knew.
So speak.
I see you are busy, Mother, so I will not keep you long. For the question I have is a simple one. Why? Tyrannos, elder god of thunder, was loosed on Midgard. Mortals died, whose lives I'd sworn to protect. And had I not fought him, had I not sent him far from Earth, all there might have died before I found the answer to her ancient rage, including you. The foe called himself the Thor of Utgard, and so I bade my Skald remind me of that realm, and of the trials I undertook there in my youth. I wished to remember clearly what I did to keep sealed that realm that is no realm, and why I did so. For should that door between realm and unrealm ever be unlatched, it would cause all that is, including you, to fall to catastrophe. So I was told by the Utgard Loki himself, and though he was the first among tricksters, I felt the truth of it.
And has this journey a destination?
You well know it. As Tyrannos fled, defeated back whence he'd come, he spoke a name to me. The name of she who had unsealed the gate, who had given him the freedom to wreak all his havoc. And it was your name, Mother. So I ask again, tell me why.
And in Thor's voice was the passion of the storm. Yet in his mother's was the harshness of living rock.
A fair question, and I will answer.
Glad I am to hear it.
But first, I have a question of my own.
Upon which storms break.
Tell me, small god, who are you? Who are you to know my reasons?
Who? I am the champion of Midgard, the realm you endangered. I am the avenger of those you have wronged. I am your child.
I have many children, and you are least among them. Mighty avenger, champion of earth. Where were you when the earth was formed? When the demiurge cast his gaze upon the dark of the deep and brought forth titans? Tyrannos was there. Sithon and Set and Tiwaz were there. He who you call Utgard Loki, he whose name we cannot know or speak, was there. And I was there, as the ancient gods made war for I was there to win that war. The elders battled endlessly monstrosities of myth, enemies by their nature, each seeking to claim whatever their kinfolk possessed. Caring not for the ground beneath their feet, the good earth they sacrificed thoughtlessly to maintain a world of constant strife. Caring not for the life that struggled to be born upon it. Not even my hardiest creation survived the stagnant churn of the God War. Yet I am life, and I would seed and spread and propagate. Created, I would create and nurture creation. And in this, I alone of all here have common cause with thee, O Demiurge, unknowable one, who planted the seeds of gods in the earth. I am the earth, and I am ready for the new seed. For I have a vision of life that springs and changes and grows from life, not from the decrees of almighty powers. First among sky fathers, cold gaze that brought us forth and doomed the world to us, bestow upon me thy power of creation, that I might gift this world with progeny immaculate. There are things of which I will not speak, for they cannot be contained in words. For whenever life comes together to make new life, that is merely the play of shadows. And this was the light. The Demiurge did as he was bid. The new seed was planted, a seed of a new God who created himself in me. I held the light like an ember until I found my way to the deep places, perhaps to this very place. And there did I give birth, Thor, to thy eldest brother. Atum was his name, first of the gods. And the first of the gods was a man of fire. The sun he was, and god of the sun. And he burned away all that was not needed on earth, the elder gods first of all. Those ancient ones shrieked curses as he tore them from existence, taking all essence of them into himself, lest any scrap remain to be reborn. And in doing so, he showed his other face, the shifting face that turns upon the world when Atum turns away, the night side when the sun has set, the empty shell that howls through many mouths, the Demogorge.
I've faced your first son many times.
You have faced the Demogorge. You have never fought Atum. Heeds my words, Thor. Do not.
If you say so, Mother, the elder gods survived him.
A scant few. Chthon and Set created nether planes to escape to. Oshtur and Tiwaz wandered, siring their own children. And then there was the one who cannot be named. You also form your own domain, unnameable one.
My outland, yes. Far from your monstrous son and his monstrous gullet.
Tiwaz sent his servants with a rumor in its beak that Tyrannos will travel with you.
Huh. Don't say you're surprised, sister. There's common ground in being hunted by a ravenous god-killer. And why just one to a plane? There's strength in numbers. Kemmer will be with us, and hooded Maged, and the blood-handed Nurgle, of course. We may build a temple out there, a pantheon, a great hall out in the Utgard. Now the gate is built, and for you, sister, the key, in case you ever wish to unlock it.
And after millennia, you did. You unsealed the gate the Utgard Loki built, the gate that lies in all realms and no realms. Why, Mother? You said you would answer. What reason could you possibly have for turning on your own children?
Ask the dinosaurs. Ask lost Aesheim, which I allowed thy father to raise. The earth is not always kind. And if I look upon those who think they own it, who own me, as if I was given to them by some greater god still, if I see them and see that they will not change until change is forced upon them, then I will force that change to spare them even worse. It was humanity that summoned the superstorm Thor. I merely took them at their word.
So this is your justice, then? To save the mortals from themselves, you must kill them by the thousands, is that correct? I have heard such cold rationals before, Mother. I did not accept them then, and I will not now.
You rebel against my judgment, child.
I do, for it is judgment without mercy. If the mortals have a chance to change their fates, they must be allowed to try, and I will defend their right to do so. Even against the earth itself.
But you cannot fight the earth itself, Thor, and you are wrong. There is mercy in my judgment. Long before any of this, when I first saw the road humanity would walk, I gave them one hope. I gave them you, Thor. You are my mercy. But I will not seal the gate again on your entreaty. Thy defeat of Tyrannos bought time, but time for Midgard grows short. If you have a more precise judgment to apply against those who would end the earth, I suggest you hurry.